Storm Watch 12 weather on News Watch 12.
Good afternoon and evening to Southern Oregon and some of Northern California. Here's what you need to know moving forward from the weekend into next week. We'll talk about today a little bit as well, but starting things off, here's what's coming up in the week ahead. We're going to see temps building up. We've got high pressure over the area right now. Only lasts a couple days. Things drop back down after that and it feels a lot more fall-like. So we're going to get back to average temperatures. Mostly sunny conditions all the way through the week moving forward as well, with of course a little bit of a breeze in the afternoon as you've been used to. And rainfall chances currently don't look very high moving through the rest of the week, but that could change. We've got a couple systems coming on through, and if they showed up with enough moisture, we could see rain. It just doesn't look like it at the moment. Now, Chetco effect. Got to bring this one up. I'll give you a moment to read this, but here's what's going on. It's very, very warm in Brookings for today. We're in the 80s. Likely we'll see the same thing happen tomorrow. That's because there's high pressure out over the Great Basin, and that is feeding out from the west to the east. So we have backwards winds, which start to warm up and they drain all the way down into the southern coast. And those warmer winds collect down there, which means things get a lot warmer and gustier out along the coastline, the immediate coastline. 80 degrees, like I said, out in Brookings, and that ends up with the Chetco effect, which is what we're dealing with today, likely tomorrow as well. So out on the southern coast, if you want to see some high heat, maybe head on over there. And that is going to be even more enhanced because of what's called a thermal trough, which is also because of the high pressure. Now, low temperatures moving into the evening as we switch from summer into fall are going to be getting, of course, lower. Here's what we'll see Sunday morning. We'll see those low 50s in a lot of areas into the 40s as we get down into the east, which moves on over to my next point. We've actually got one advisory in effect through tonight into Sunday morning, and that's going to be our frost advisory. This entire blue section might see some frost out there tomorrow morning. Not going to see any sheets of ice, of course. It's definitely not wet enough for that. But if you got any sensitive plants outside or really anything that could take some ice damage, make sure you deal with that because it is getting cold out there just east of Klamath Falls. And we'll see more and more of that again as we transition into more of a fall-like atmosphere. So here's what tomorrow looks like everywhere. Still nice and warm, warming up until we get to about Wednesday. Then we'll see our next group of potential systems move through. Looking at the upper level pattern here, you can see that warming bubble passes on through into Monday. Then as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, starts to slide some lower pressure air into the area. And there's our potential chances for some rainfall. Right now, like I said, they're low enough that I've kept them off of the 7-day forecast. Speaking of which, looking at the 7-day forecast for the coast, looking like we're going to see breezy conditions for tomorrow. Mostly sunny for the rest of the week, and you'll see that temperature spike there because of the Chetco effect on Sunday, then back into the 50s. Looking at the Northern California area, should see heating up until Tuesday, our warmest day, Tuesday and Wednesday. 92 there Tuesday before things do start to settle back towards Friday and Saturday, closer to fall temperatures. Klamath Basin looking at 68 for Sunday, hottest temperature Tuesday at 78. And for the mountains, also looking like we've got a spike coming up Tuesday before dropping back to regular conditions, about 50 degrees as we get into Friday, Saturday. And of course, finally, for the valley, 86 degrees for tomorrow, getting hot on Tuesday, 96, sliding back into mostly sunny Friday and Saturday in the 70s.